Hola, it's Leslie Fightmaster here. Just got back from Mexico and our ladies retreat. It was really nice. Today is day 60. Oh my goodness, we only have 30 more days. So today's class will just be a nice, well-rounded flow. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Keep that intention during our practice today. And change the cross of your legs so the other shin is in front. On your inhale, lift up nice and tall with your arms. As you exhale, take your right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, roll the left shoulder back. It's a nice little twist to begin. So we can warm up our spines. Inhale the arms back to center, stretch up tall. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, roll the right shoulder back. Every inhale, see if you can lengthen tall. Every exhale, roll the shoulder back and twist. Coming through center. Change the cross of the legs again. Inhale, the arms reach. There's a pretty butterfly going by. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind to twist. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall and lengthen. And as you exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center, stretch up. And exhale the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind, and twist. So as you twist, you'll turn and look over your right shoulder so that your neck can be sure to get a little bit of stretch as well. Head to center, inhale, and then rolling forward, making our way onto the hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, bring the chest forward, lift your chin and tailbone. Exhale, round your back, chin toward chest. We'll do this a few times. Inhale, stretching forward, it's our nice little cow pose, and exhale, round your back like a Halloween cat for our cat pose. Inhale, heart forward through the gates of your arms, shoulder blades toward the waist, and exhale, pull the ribs and belly in, round your back, lift your belly. Inhale to come forward, lifting chin and lifting the tailbone, and then exhale, rounding the back, chin toward chest. Inhale, come to neutral. Extend the right leg back, tuck your toes under, and then lift the right leg straight up, extend the left arm out. Pull the belly and ribs in, drop your outer right hip down, squeezing the left hip in toward the midline. Try to lift up through your inner right thigh. As you exhale, we'll set it back down. And left leg straight back, tuck the toes, drop the outer left hip here, and then lift it straight up, extending the right arm forward. And then again, drawing the ribs and the belly in as you stretch out through the arm and the leg. Drop the outer left hip down, spin the inner left thigh up, and draw the right hip in. And releasing that. Back to table. Right leg back again, lift it straight up, extend the left arm out. So stretching through the arm and leg, exhale, left arm to the left, right arm to the right. Keeping your balance, keep squeezing that left hip in towards center. Inhale, stretch out again through the arm and the leg, and then exhale to release it. Left side, extend the left leg back, tuck the toes, then lift it straight up, right arm forward, find your ribs and your belly and draw them in tightly. Exhale, right arm to the right, left leg to the left, keep balancing here. A little more challenge, come back to center, stretch out, and release it down. Inhale again, heart forward, lift the chin and tailbone up, and exhale, round the back. Take a couple more rounds here of cat and cow, so keep moving with your breath. Inhaling, coming forward, exhaling, rounding your back. And a couple more here. Or not, right leg up again, left arm forward. So stretch out through the arm and leg again. Find a spot to focus on to help with your balance. Draw your left hip in. Exhale, out to the right with your leg and to the left with your arm. And then take that right leg a little more forward and sit up onto your left knee. Right hand over the right shin, reach the left arm in line with the ear for a side stretch. So reaching through the left side body. Inhale, center, reach the arms, and exhale the hands down. And then back to where we started and reach the arm and the leg away from each other, and then set it all down. Left leg back and lift it straight up so the toes will point down, right arm forward, keep the outer left hip dropping down, and then pull the ribs and belly in as you exhale, right arm to the right, left leg to the left, and then take that left foot flat on the floor, fingertips face forward, reach the arms up, and then left hand down to the shin and reach the right arm over and stretch. This is called gate pose. So looking up toward the arm, as long as that's okay on your neck. Inhale through center, and then back the way we came. Reach the arm and leg forward and back, and then we'll set it back down into table. Spread out the fingers, and then make your way into child's pose. So I want to mention again, I think I did a while back, come up onto the knees, tuck the toes, down dog, and then feel free to just bicycle your legs here. So I want to mention again Tina from Pink Rose Healing, because she has been really helpful to me. It's been amazing, my change in energy. And it is energy healing that she does. It's a distance healing. And at first I was like, oh, that sounds pretty woo-woo and crazy. But it actually seems to be working. So I'm going to put her information below in case you are interested in checking it out. And it is really just healing from anything that you might be ailing from. So pretty cool stuff. So stretch back in your down dog and then look up, either stepping or hopping the feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold, reaching the crown of your head toward the floor. Inhale, press down through your feet and rise up. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Oh, these pants like to fall down. So come to the front of the mat, Samastitihi, bring your hands together, press evenly through the feet, lift your belly. Inhale, circle your arms out, around and up, look up if that's okay with your neck. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from your hips. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, step back into plank and slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Elbows up, inhale, peel the chest up, pull the hands toward the heels, inner thighs are spinning up toward the ceiling. Heart is moving forward toward the front of the mat. Either stay or lift up into a higher cobra, pressing the pubic bone down lightly. And exhale to lower, tuck your toes, press straight up into plank, knees can be up or down, and then make your way into downward facing dog, stretching all the way back. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, bend and open. So stretching it over toward the left side, reach your left heel toward the floor and then square off the hips. And exhale, step it through. Take the left knee to the floor and reach up for a low lunge. Pulling your right hip back, sending the left hip forward. Try and spin your triceps forward. Lift the belly and draw your ribs in and up. As you exhale, bring the hands all the way back down, step into plank. Chaturanga, shoulders no lower than elbows. Feel free to take the knees down. Inhaling up and exhaling back into down dog. Left leg back and up, and then bend the knee, open up the hip. Squaring off the hip, step the left foot forward, sinking in. Pull the left hip back, send your right hip forward. Left knee is over the ankle, and your triceps spinning forward. Reach up tall through the arms. Keep the ribs and the belly lifted as you continue breathing in and out through your nose. Nice Ujjayi breath. Exhale the hands down, tuck your toes, keep your hips low, come to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing into up dog, thighs and knees off the floor and up dog. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Stretch all the way back, arms and ears in line. Reach your heels toward the floor, though they don't have to touch. Look forward, step or hop the feet. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, fold in. Inhale, pressing down, reach all the way up, and exhale, Samastitihi. Back to the front of the mats. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, either step or float back into Chaturanga. Make sure the shoulders don't go lower than the elbows. Inhale, press through your hands and feet. And exhale back to plank. Another Chaturanga. Press up to plank or not, and then downward dog. So as an extra Chaturanga, you can add it if you wish, but you don't have to. Just to add a little more strength into our flow today. So this flow, we're going to work on moving from the hips being externally rotated and opened to being neutral. Look up, step or float the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press down, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, step or float into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press through the hands and feet, shoulders over the wrists, heart open, and exhale back into downward facing dog. So Isla Mujeres was really nice. We had a lovely women's retreat. I ate way too much chips and guacamole, but they were so good. Oh my goodness. So breathing here in down dog. Reach the heels toward the floor. Keep the belly and ribs drawing in and up. Come forward in a plank, step the feet together, roll to the pinky toe side of the right foot, lift up through the left arm. Try and stack your hips right on top of each other. The right inner elbow slightly forward, lift the left leg up if you can, and then very slowly step it all the way to the front of the mat. Bring your hands on the inside of the left foot, knee over the ankle for a little hip stretch. You're welcome to come down onto the forearms here. You could also take your right knee down to the floor if you want to go a little bit deeper. And then turn to the side for twisted lizard. It's a little hip opening. Make sure your knees and toes stay in line. Step that foot again above your right leg into side plank. And then left hand to the side, left hand to the mat, plank pose, Chaturanga, or go right to down dog. Inhaling up dog, exhaling back into downward facing dog. Turn the outer upper arms back toward the feet. Get some space around your neck. Inhale, plank, feet together. Roll to the pinky toe side of the left foot. Right arm is up. Stack the hips. So bring your top hip a little bit forward. Lifting that right leg if you can. Bend the knee slowly. Look up to the left hand. Step it all the way up there. Bring the hands on the inside of the foot. Lengthen as you inhale. Knee is over the ankle. So again, you can stay right here or come to the forearms. Forearms on a block or left knee to the floor. All of those options are good. So you're going to angle the right foot to the right a little bit. Turn onto the pinky toe side of the left foot. Twist into a twisting lizard. Opening up through the chest. A little hip stretch in this one. Then we're going to step that right foot back again on top of the left into side plank. Your hand down and plank pose through a vinyasa or right into downward facing dog. Stretching back, please feel free to take the knees down to rest. Right leg back and up, inhale. Step it through, stay on the ball of your back foot into crescent pose, high lunge. So reaching up, spin the triceps forward, drop the tailbone down, lift the hip points up. Make sure your right knee stays over the ankle, reaching through the back leg. Keep pulling the right hip back. Now lean forward, get some length, and then hook your left elbow across and twist. Palms are pressing right toward the chest. Roll the top shoulder back. back. You can stay here or left hand to the floor, right arm up if you'd like to go deeper. Still widening across your collarbones. Keep reaching through the back leg. And exhale back through center all the way up into crescent. Now take your back foot flat, line up your front heel and back arch, and then the hips are open now into warrior two. Before the hips were in a neutral position. Now they're externally rotated. We're going to play with this one a little today. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, bend into the right knee so your right hip is dropping down. Your hip points are lifting up. Inhale, come back to center, windmill the arms down, and step back, chaturanga. Inhaling into up dog, roll the shoulder heads back, and exhaling into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then left leg back and up as you inhale. And in a moment, we'll step it all the way up by the left hand, although I'll just pause and plank for a moment. Because I got a little confused into side plank, but you don't have to do this side plank. So just to stay in plank pose, you can do a little strength work. And then step your left foot up by your left hand, stand the ball of the back foot, and we'll come up into crescent pose. There we go, back on track. Crescent pose, reach up, spin the triceps forward, drop the tailbone, lift the hip points up, pull your left hip back, send your right hip forward, work through the back leg, get some length, and then hands to heart, leaning forward, and we'll hook the right arm across as you press your palms right in toward the center of the chest. Opening the chest, roll the top shoulder back. Keep the belly pulled in. Stay with this or right hand to the floor and left arm up. Shoulders are in line with each other. Keep extending the crown of your head forward. And then we'll release that. Come in through crescent pose all the way to the center. Now take your back foot flat. Heel toe your front foot over so your front heel lines up with your back arch, and then bend your left knee over the ankle. Drop your left hip down and then drop the right arm reverse. Bend into the left knee, maybe a little bit deeper. And then inhale up. Exhale, windmill your arms down. Step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Press through your hands and feet, shoulders over the hips, and exhale, back into downward facing dog. So again, always remember, push the pause button, take a rest if you want to. It's always okay to feel a stretch, but no pain. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it through, back foot flat, coming to warrior two. So you're lined up front heel with back arch, gaze over the fingertips. Lift your frontal hip points. Now reverse your warrior, left hand to the back leg, stretch to the side. Inhale to come up. Step in a little bit if you like for Utthita Trikonasana. Shift the hips back, lean forward. Take your right hand down to the shin or the floor behind your front foot or a block. Stretch up through your left fingertips. The shoulders are in line. Crown of the head reaches forward and then looking up toward your hand. Now take your left hand to your hip, take a little bend in the right knee, and we'll float the left leg up into half moon. Your right hand should be about 12 inches in front on the pinky toe side of the foot. Now your hip is open. So you are lifting the back leg. Your heel is reaching away from your hip. And now slowly we'll bend the front knee, step back into warrior two. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, open the whole front of your body. Exhale, stretch into down dog. Inhale, left leg back and up. As you exhale, step it through in the middle of the hands, coming into warrior two. Gaze over the fingertips. Drop your right arm reverse, bend into the left knee, stretch the side body. Inhale, come on up, straighten the leg, step in a little shorter stance if you like, shift your hips back, lean forward, get some length, and then left hand to the shin or foot or floor, right arm is up. You could also use a block on the pinky toe side of your left foot. Press into the base of the big toe of the left foot, drawing the left hip under you and leaning your torso back over your left thigh. And then taking your right hand to the hip, left fingertips about 12 inches in front, pinky toe side of the foot. Once you're steady, reach the right arm up again. Keep reaching your right hip towards your right heel and lengthen out, and then start to bend to the left knee over the second toe. Slowly set yourself back into Warrior Two. Exhale, windmill your arms down and step back into Chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhaling back. So back into downward facing dog, and then float the right leg up again. Exhale, step it through, Warrior Two. Inhale and come up, finding your pose. Exhale, left hand back, reverse your warrior. Now this time straighten the front leg on your inhale and come up. Shift your hips back, lean forward for Trikonasana once again. Stretch up through the left arm. Looking up if you can. Lean the torso over the thigh. Left hand to hip, bend into the right knee, float the left leg up, half moon pose. Now the hips are open. So a nice external rotation. Then we're going to take both hands down and drop the outer left hip down. Now the hips are neutral. Squeeze the right hip in, maybe a teeny bend in the right knee. And press your palms together. Warrior Three, lifting up the hands. You can take your arms out to the sides or arms in line with your ears. Keep dropping through the left hip, inner left thigh, lifting up. Slowly set that left foot down. Line up front heel and back heel. Left arm up, right hand to the low back. Exhale, left hand down inside or outside of the foot and twist, reaching up through your right arm. Left hip is pulling back, right hip coming forward. So you're twisting from the waist up, but the hips are in neutral again. So they're not open, but they are neutral. Just like in Tadasana. Then walk your left hand forward a little bit. Lift your left leg up, right hands to the low back. When you're steady, lift the right arm up. Twisted half moon, Pavrita Ardha Chandrasana. Keep dropping the left hip down, so keeping the hips level. Look back to the front of the mat, step your feet together. Inhale halfway up, and exhale, step or float into Chaturanga. Inhale, press all the way into up dog or cobra, and exhale to downward dog. Left leg floats up, step it through in the middle of the hands. Inhale, Warrior Two, the hips are open. Dropping the left hip down, make sure the knee's over the second toe. Right hand back, reverse your warrior, and then straighten the front leg, reverse triangle pose. Inhale, come up, still heel to arch alignment. Shift the hips back, lean, lean, lean forward. Left hand down, right arm is up. And you're still moving the torso right over the front thigh. The weight here in your front foot is at the base of the big toe. Hand to hip, walking forward into half moon. Left hand about 12 inches in front. Find your balance, add the right arm. Still opening the chest toward the side wall. Looking up at the right hand if you're balanced. Now bring your right hand down. Drop the outer right hip down. So now the hips are level. Level off the hips. You can feel. So I got my left hand. I just kind of wipe it across the lower back. Windshield wiper. And then hands up. Warrior Three. Take a little bend in the left knee as you make that transition. Heart is forward. And we'll step it back. Line up front heel with back heel. Left hand to low back, right arm up. Pulling the left hip back as you lean forward. Get that length. And then take the right hand down, left arm is up, pull the left hip back. Inner thighs are squeezing toward each other like you're holding a yoga block there. Stretch through the left arm, looking up at that hand if that's okay on your neck. Look back to the floor, then right hand a little bit forward, lift that right leg, lift it from the inner thigh, the hips are still level, and then make your twist again from the waist up. Stretch through the left arm, reach through the right leg, bring the left hand down, and just step your feet together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float, Chaturanga. Inhale, press through the hands and feet. Exhale, make your way into downward facing dog. Step or hop through to seated and lie down. Set yourself up for bridge pose. Feet hips width, toes in just a little tiny bit. Press into the heels. Inhale, lifting up. Spiral the thighs toward each other. Chin is away from the chest. Tailbone lengthens toward the backs of your knees, rolling the shoulders under. And breathing. And then lower back down and rest. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Take a moment as you're here to revisit your intention for practice. And then setting up again. Heels underneath the knees. Press in a bridge. Roll the shoulders under. Maybe clasp the hands if you can. Spiral the thighs in toward each other. Keep moving the chest toward your chin, but keep your neck long. Breathing into the chest. Release and lower down to rest. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Resting here. And then setting up again, feet hips width, outer edges parallel, arms by your sides for bridge or hands up by the ears for Urdhva. Come to the crown of the head first. Line up your wrists and your elbows if you're going into Urdhva Dhanurasana, and then stretch out. And then again, just lengthening the tailbone toward the backs of your knees, chest toward the wall that you can see. Outer edges of your feet are still parallel, and breathing into the chest. Chin into chest first, and then begin to roll yourself down, and then hug the knees in. And just rocking a little, keeping your right leg hugging in, and extend the left leg out. And just stretch. And then take that right leg off to the left and twist. Come back to center, draw the knee in, and switch. Hug the left knee in, extend the right leg out, stretching out. And then we'll take that left knee over to the right side, look over the left shoulder and twist, turning the belly up toward the ceiling. And then coming through center, just start to rock yourself up and down the spine. Take a couple of rocks and then come all the way up to seated. And extend the legs out, pull the toes back, firm your legs. Reach up through the arms on the inhale. Exhale, coming forward, reach for whatever you can reach. Lengthen as you inhale, keeping that length as you exhale, leading with the chest. Just going to keep the spine really long today. Pulling the toes back, firming the legs, leading with the chest. Shoulder blades moving toward the waist as you breathe here. And then inhale, head up. Exhale to release. Lie down onto your back. Take the pinky toe sides of your feet for happy baby. Reach your tailbone toward the floor, gently rocking side to side. And then we'll make our way into Shavasana. Extend the hips toward the heels. Bring your arms by your side, your palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take a few moments here to really get comfortable. And then once you're comfortable, allow your body to just sink in to the floor. Let everything be heavy and relaxed. And I'll read our quote as you're settling in. We're still reading out of the Four Agreements, a book by Don Miguel Ruiz on the third agreement. He says, and the third agreement is, don't make assumptions. And he says, Making assumptions in our relationships is really asking for problems. Often we make the assumption that our partners know what we think, that we don't have to say what we want. We assume they're going to do what we want because we know them so well. And in addition to that, we also make assumptions that everyone sees life the way that we do. If you really stop and think about that one, I would always just assume that everybody would look out the window and see things exactly the way that I see them. But honestly, I have no way of really measuring that. So we can think that we see things exactly the same way, physically or even emotionally, but we can't really measure that because we don't know what it actually feels like to look through somebody else's eyes. And now just rest. Start to reawaken your body, make some movements, stretch your arms overhead, and then bend your knees, roll yourself off to your right side, just pausing a moment for gratitude for all of our blessings. Slowly make our way up to seated. Sit up tall, hands to heart. And then we'll bring our hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communication, sending out this wonderful energy to all beings everywhere. The light in me honors and salutes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today, day 60. And if you liked our class, please push the like button and subscribe to our channel. Oh, there goes somebody in front of the camera. And if you would like to leave me a comment, I love to read your comments. If you can afford a donation of any amount, there is a link right below in the description. If you can't donate, but you do order things from Amazon from time to time, you can go to fightmasteryoga.com. On the homepage, you'll see an Amazon link, and that helps us. Thanks.